Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And taken down just shy of the 40. You look at this Raiders defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A big slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st down, Jacksonville.
They go play action with Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he edges forward. He only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. 1st drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing now is Lance. They'll get this out to Jeanty. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Third down.
They'll try to run for it with Jeanty. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
45, white, black, ultra. Ready.
And Lance going to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Raiders at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards.
First and 10.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Red, yellow, red, 38. Hey, check.
Here's Lance. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. And look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Lance looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the...
Down the numbers! There he goes! And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Lawrence will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10.
Rip, 23. Hey, Soko, some height. Same price. 11. Under 10. Silver.
Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Well, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9.
Set. Black, 95. Ready?
Lance now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Ginty. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 69 yards. And the Raiders are able to move back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Herring. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
That's complete. He's got Tootin. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bashal Tootin, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look at repeat that Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Fog red. Black 40. Ready?
From the gun, it's Lance. Now he's going to step up and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He spins free. They can't tackle him. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 57 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
He'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have yet again retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. People in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Now let's go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, oh, they were all this easy because he was wide And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Finds Tootin out of the backfield. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Bashal Tootin with touchdown number 20 on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Raiders 17.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, might be a place.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And inches at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
Black Ultra. Down. Blue 30. Fuse. Yellow.
Here's Lance to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that's going to tie things at 20. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Go, let's go. Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and avoids the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On red. Hey, tomato. Right. Hey, take right. Go. 11. Silver.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. He's got it at the 15. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
11, Agate. Done.
Now Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
13, Luke.
But to throw again is Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bashal Tutin as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Raiders 20.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Let's just call it as we just saw right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Ready?
To throw, it's Lance. Pass to Bowers once again. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
White. Black Ultra.
Throwing now is Lance. That is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 27 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game.
What a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for the guys on the tackle.
And they do finally get it at the 12. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Drill green. Fury, yellow. Set.
Working from the gun, Lance. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lewis Cine. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 20. Now he's into the clear again. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bashal Tutin, 43 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Black Ultra. Smash, red. Spike, white. Blaster, 6. Ready.
Now Lance. Now he's going to step up and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
43 rails. Claws red. Set.
Lance looking to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. fielded just inside the 30. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
And that's how you throw a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Let's go.
Lawrence will throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Lawrence. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Ready.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A gain of 32 that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Drill green. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Black, set.
Shotgun now for Lance. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 8-yard line.
On the ready. Down. Ready.
Once again, it's Genty. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Set. Ready. Clause 60 red. 60 ready.
Lance now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Let's go now. 10 black.
Desperation time here. Lance. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Brock Bowers from 40 yards out. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Well, defense is going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage here, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. They'll get this out to Tootin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. And Thomas has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And room there to work it inside the 25. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it.
N'Keal Harry for 3 yards out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Jaguars 48, Raiders 34.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time, so they haven't been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, set.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Red. Down. Red, 38. Field, black. Set.
Here's Lance. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
That's good for a Las Vegas.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Blue. Black 40. Red, yellow. Black shot. Hut.
Lance going to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Yellow, 22. 6, mega. Q, yellow. Red, cycle. Set, go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A big play looming on 3rd down.
Set, hut. 33, yellow.
From the gun, it's Lance. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Blackford. Ready, ready. 45. What? Hey, check Mega. Set.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. That one good for 37 yards.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bounds away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, Lion.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Brian Thomas.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Jags are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
50. Green. Hut.
Here's Lance to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
One final try now for Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the sideline he goes.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with a 0 showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously a one better. As they're going to go down in defeat here, this one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take
Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Dad took me home when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree.